Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Charles in Charge Cowboys Sports Report. It is Thursday, January 26th, about 7:30 p.m. Central Time, my time. If you are watching my video and you have not subscribed yet, please press that red subscribe button. It is free. My first goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. Therefore, I can start doing live shows. My show is still new and growing. And when I can go live, my shows will be live, if you know what I mean. I know we all love watching Law Nation's live shows and calling in on the call-in line, to chop it up about, the topic at hand. When I hit 1,000 subscribers and I can go live, I'll have a call-in line also. Maybe every other Friday, a Zoom-in line, so y'all can call up, agree with me, disagree with me, or just chop it up about the passion and love that we all share, that we love and drives us crazy at the same time. The blue and silver blood that we all bleed, DC Nation. But I cannot get there without y'all's support. I've been a fan of 30 years. I'm 36. First game when I was 6 years old, Super Bowl 28, and ever since then, that game, I fell in love. I don't know why. So from the 94 season on, I've seen every game, every snap. I bleed blue and silver for real, guys. Please subscribe, like, and share. Help me reach that 1,000 subscriber mark before the beginning of this next season. All right? Now, the season's not even over yet. And our off season has already started. We're already getting news. And we got the best news that we could have gotten all off season today. That Dan Quinn is not taking a head coaching job in Arizona or Denver or Indy or Carolina. No, he decides to stay here another year as defensive coordinator. And Jerry Jones made a promise to Dan Quinn that if he would stay, that he would get paid accordingly. He would get paid as a head coach, which is only right. And when Mike Fisher asked Dan Quinn why he stayed for his third year to be defensive coordinator, when he could be a head coach somewhere else, he said, and I quote, "Because we have unfinished business." I love that. That means unfinished business. That means we were short of our goal this year. We were short last year. We were short this year. We got better, but we were still short. The goal is the Lombardi Trophy. He sees this defense as a defense that he can make legendary, just like he did with Seattle. We have as much talent on this defense as he did in Seattle. That is huge. Now, our defense was great this year. San Francisco had the number one defense. Now, with Dan Quinn having a third year with this squad, I believe 2023's season that we will have the number one overall defense. And it will not fade down the stretch. Two key cogs that we need to get in our defense will be impenetrable. We will probably lead the league in points allowed, lead the league in yards allowed, and every major category, I believe. So far, here's the outlook of the free agents for 2023. Unless these players re-sign with the teams that they're already on. We need a good cornerback 2 opposite Diggs, as we all know. I believe that Deron Bland in Season 2 at nickel will play at a Pro Bowl level, maybe make the Pro Bowl. Diggs, and in his fourth season, is going to be at an All-Pro level. So we need a cornerback 2 that is good, that's better than Anthony Brown was, way better than Nashawn Wright, Kelvin Joseph ever thought about being. And we need that one-tech defensive tackle, that big DT in the middle to swallow the middle and stop the run. The projected free agents, unless retained by their respective teams. Number one on the list, James Bradberry. He signed a 1-year deal with Philly. I think he stays with the Eagles. The names I'm going to call out at cornerback, I believe, will be free agents. And here are my top 5. I think any of these 5 would be perfect for cornerback number 2 and would fit the bill. And we don't need a long-term contract, just a 2 or 3 year deal, as we'll probably draft a corner in the draft, develop them, maybe hit like we did on Bland and or Diggs. But Jonathan Jones from New England. Guy's got good coverage skills and speed. Emmanuel Mosley is an above average corner, better than Anthony Brown. Byron Murphy, who played for Arizona for a good while, it's a good solid corner. Jameel Dean from Tampa, a good solid corner number 2. I wouldn't mind kicking the tires on Greedy Williams or Bradley Roby. Williams is still pretty young. Roby is getting older. And then Pat P. He's going to be a free agent this all season. Does he have another season in him like he did this year? Because this season with Minnesota, he balled out. I know he wants to win a Super Bowl before he retires. And I'm telling you, our team is so young and loaded. We are this close to getting over that hump. Against San Fran, we were the better team. We were the better team against the Niners. If Dak doesn't throw those 2 picks, we probably go up 13-6 at halftime and receive the ball to start the third quarter. Say we get 3 off of that, have a 10-point lead. I'm telling you, we were the better team. We just did not execute. We should be going to Philly on Sunday, but we're not. We are this close to getting over that hump. We all know it. That's why Dan Quinn chose to stay. Marcus Peters will be out there. Personally, I think he is washed. So, James Bradberry, I don't think will happen, but Jonathan Jones, a Byron Murphy, a Jameel Dean, and Emmanuel Mosley, one of those 4 guys would fit the bill perfectly for cornerback number 2. Anthony Brown, I don't think we should re-sign. Jordan Lewis has 1 more year on his deal. We should keep him because if we released him, we'd only save, it'd be like less than $2 million. So you keep Jordan Lewis for cornerback depth. Defensive tackles. You have Jonathan Hargrave on there. I know Philly will re-sign him. Fletcher Cox is on that list. Being that Philly has Jonathan Hargrave and that rookie from Georgia, always forget the guy's name, and being that Cox is on the wrong side of 30, I would not be surprised if he is a free agent this offseason. I know he's older, and he's not the Fletcher Cox of prime, but I think he would be an excellent pickup on a 1-2 year deal and could really, really teach the younger guys, the O.C. Adigizuwas, the Carlos Watkins, the big old boy that we get always, Bohanna, to, plug up that middle. You got him. You got Dalvin Tomlinson. You got Alshon Robinson. You got Jaron Reed, who I think would be pretty good. You got Poona Ford, who would be all right. You got Draymond Jones, who is getting better. If he's a free agent, that's one I got to start by. I might take Deron Payne. If he was a first-round pick, Washington exercised his 5th year option. Usually, if they're going to keep you, they give you a contract before that 5th year. So Deron Payne is only 5 years in, young. Man, he would be a hell of an addition to that defensive tackle group. And then Zach Allen, a guy that we haven't really heard of, but he has been getting better and better, a young fella. Plays really good in the 3-4 scheme at nose tackle. That's the kind of guy that we're looking for. That big guy that can take up a guard and a center at the same time. Out of that group, my top 4 would be Fletcher Cox, Deron Payne, Jaron Reed, and I would say Jermont Jones and Zach Allen as 4A and 4B. Whenever Stephen Jones tells you that there's only so much pie to go around, do not believe that lie. Because like even Tom Downey said on his show, that we can restructure a few deals if we want to. We can free up 50 to 75 million in cap space if we want to. And our team has so much talent as it is. All we got to do is bring on a few missing pieces, and that'll be it. Now, for the offense, I don't know if Kellen Moore stays or not. I believe they'll make the best decision in that regard. We need an offensive line to be top 3 this next season, so our running game will be good all year and into the playoffs. The reason why Joe Philbin, offensive line coach, was fired is because the last 2 seasons, the offensive line has faded down the stretch. Now, I've been saying the first round pick, draft a left guard, because we seem to hit on linemen in the first round. 4 in a row so far. Ty Smith, Frederick, Zach Martin, and Tyler Smith. And they were all late round first picks, except for Ty Smith. He wasn't a late round first. No. Yeah, he was. They were all late round first picks. Frederick was the 31st pick. If we don't draft a left guard, there are 2 guards that could possibly be free agents. One of them, Chris Lindstrom from Atlanta, left guard. If that man is a free agent, I say go snatch him up. He's brother of Alec Lindstrom, our practice squad center, who we have retained and will bring on for another season. He was hurt most of this season. Chris Lindstrom or Trey Turner for Washington. If Washington doesn't re-sign Trey Turner and we don't draft a guard in the first round, get one of those 2 guys, Chris Lindstrom, preferably. Now, I've heard the rumors if Ty Smith comes back that he'll be the left tackle. Tyler will be the left guard. But Ty Smith is only 32, but his body is like 40. I don't think he can play a full season and then, especially in the playoffs, really have a lot of juice left. If anything, he deserves a ring. If anybody does. If anything, I think he should restructure his contract, which I know they will do this offseason. That will save a bunch of money. And since he cannot play a full season, have him as backup. The backup swing tackle. He can't play a full season, but he can certainly fill in when he needs to. And what better backup swing tackle can you have than Ty Smith? Because Tyler Smith in year 2 is going to dominate. He's going to be a top 8 left tackle. And Terrence Steele, if he recovers 100%, he's going to be a top 7, top 8 right tackle. So having him as swing tackle would be great depth. And if we resign Connor McGovern, he'd be our swing guard or backup center. Not bad, could be worse. Yeah. Been hearing a lot of rumors about taking a running back in the first round. We'll just have to see. But this offense has to be a run-first offense. Kellen Moore, for some reason, in 2019, last year, after the first 6 games last year, and part of this year, try to make this offense an aerial attack. Dak Prescott is not a quarterback to lead an aerial attack offense. He's a game manager. So if we have a top 3 rushing team this next season with a top defense, and all Dak has to do is manage a game like Brock Purdy did against us. All Brock Purdy did was game manage, make the throws when he needed to, hand the ball off, and not make the big mistake. Dak, on the other hand, did the complete opposite and thought that he could, be Aaron Rodgers out there. And he's not. He just is not. 7 years of a body of work we have seen, huge sample. We know what he is. Now everybody wants to give him his flowers. That's fine. He can manage a game. He can manage us to a Super Bowl, but he will not be the reason why we win a Super Bowl. It will be defense, strong running game, and him making good decisions and living to see another set of downs and scrambling. If Kellen Moore is gone and we get another OC, the next OC and quarterbacks coach needs to say, dude, if it's 2nd and 2 and they call a pass play and CeeDee Lamb is in between the safety and the linebacker, why try to thread that needle when you got 2 lanes that you could scramble and get a good 7-8 yards and slide? Decisions like that he's got to start making. And he's got to take a long look in the mirror, because this season will be Dak's make or break. If Dak shits the bed again this next season, he's Audi 500, I guarantee you, because we can get out of the contract after 1 more year. And we are young, young and good enough to where we can move on and get another quarterback and still be in our window. I can guarantee you that. Just happy about the Dan Quinn Staying news. Just hitting on a few things. But this next season is Super Bowl or bust. Or it's minimum NFC Championship game or bust, but really Super Bowl or bust. Because we are a Super Bowl team. And we just didn't execute at San Francisco. This next season, goal number 1 to win the division. Goal number 2, get the 1 seed. Because we get the 1 seed like Philly did, all Philly had to do was beat the Giants at home to go to the championship game. Hell, we could have done that real easy if we wouldn't have let Green Bay and Jacksonville come back. We'd have been the 1 seed. Hosted the Giants this last weekend. We own the Giants. And then we'd be waiting on San Fran or Philly to come pay us a visit on Sunday. But that didn't happen. So this next season, high expectations. And this off season is going to be very entertaining from start to finish. I can guarantee you that. We will have a lot of news to report. Please subscribe, like, and share, guys. I cannot reiterate that enough. Keep God first and foremost. He comes before everything, even this. Seek Him in His righteousness, and everything else in your life that you need will fall into place. I guarantee you that. I am living testimony of that. I feel I need to put that in my videos, because if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be here. Y'all be cool, calm, guys. Enjoy the games this weekend. I hope San Fran beats Philly, because I do not want Philly in the Super Bowl. And then when they beat Philly, I want the AFC team to win the Super Bowl, because I don't want San Fran to have more titles than we do, because we're both tied at 5. Pittsburgh has 6, and New England has 6 also. So we're still just in second place. But that's it for this episode, guys. I'll catch y'all in a few days. Be safe. Please subscribe. Press that like button too, because like Mike Fisher says, it helps beat the algorithms, which means it makes your video get viewed more. Other than that, I got nothing else to say. Or as Forrest Gump would say, that's all I've got to say about that. Charles in Charge is out, guys. Deuce.